Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello? Oh, okay, I understand. We're not in a good mood this morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday. Yeah. So, happy Sunday vlog, I guess. So today I am going to, we're just gonna let Henry do his thing. We're kind of doing a Sunday reset and I'm taking you guys along with me. I got this new camera. I want to try it out. I kind of talked about this in one of my other videos. I think it was my Romwe try-on haul, that I wanted to just start filming instead of like planning out structured videos. While I still am planning videos, getting content for it, like just picking up and filming is helping me. It's helping me get back into this, get back into what I enjoy doing, because filming is my hobby and I really enjoy it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm a mom. Obviously, I am going to be doing quite a few things today. It's just me today. First, we're gonna go refill our coffee. I have to go to Home Depot. I'm gonna show you guys my garden. We're gonna do some makeup. Not a lot of makeup, just a little makeup. We're gonna do some cleaning. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a structure for this. We're just gonna go with it. So let's go refill our mug of coffee. Oh, and we have Salem. Let's see Salem. Hi, sweetie pie. He just wants to be left alone. Hello. Yeah? Yeah, this is their little section. They've got their air plant, their thing, their plants here. Yeah, we're just having a good time over here. This is their sanctuary. And I've also got a plant window right here because things need sunlight. It's been very overcasty, but it's super hot here. We're gonna go into the darkness. It's really hot. So I moved to Houston, if you guys don't know, from Dallas. And Dallas is very much so a dry heat. If you're unaware, if you're not from the area, or if not from the United States, Dallas is very dry. I grew up in a very dry climate. So Houston is very, very new to me. We got our coffee. This morning I woke up and it was 60 out, and 60 is normally very cold. That is a cold morning. No, 60 degrees and 99% humidity. And it's not raining. It's not raining, it's just overcasty. So it's not like, it's not unbearably hot, but it's hot. And it's supposed to get, I think, 86 today. And the humidity is not really supposed to go down very much. The sun is gonna come out, so it's probably gonna get gross. So I'm kind of trying to do my gardening before all of that happens. And sorry, I'm stirring my coffee. I don't think I put enough cream in this. Ooh, let's taste test it. That's hot. That'll do. That'll do. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty warm today, and it's April 2nd. Yeah, today's April 2nd. No, 3rd. I don't know. Look at that spider web. Like, fuck no, but like, oh my god, how pretty. I don't think you guys can see it. I'll take you guys outside later and show it to you. But let's go do our makeup, okay? We got shit to talk about. Okay, so for like some reason, I can't find a tripod that works in my bathroom setup where I can still see myself in the mirror. So we're gonna be talking this morning. One sec, let me get my makeup out. About yesterday. So yesterday, Aaron and I went to the movies, and we went and saw, please focus. Please, thanks, please. Okay, I think it's just because I'm so pale, it has a hard time focusing. Yesterday, Aaron and I went to the movies. We went and saw Morbius. So you guys know me, my channel, I love the spooky. So I was really, really excited about Morbius. Aaron was as well. We were pretty stoked about it. I love those like kind of gothic-y type movies. I really enjoy like the Marvel stuff. Even though we haven't watched the most recent Spider-Man. Sorry. My allergies are kind of like acting up lately. So wow, my brain just like ditched. It like completely left me hanging. So I love those like kind of, oh, let me get this off of you. There we go. Okay, so I love those kind of gothic movies, action, Marvel, all that stuff. But okay, this is kind of weird. I like Batman comics. I love Batman like animated. I really enjoy animated stuff. That's kind of what I grew up on. But I really do not like live action Batman. I'm sorry. I'm not really a fan of it. And I don't know why. I think it's just like the in-person portrayal of Batman just never hits the mark for me. So I've just not really been a big fan of it. But comic Batman, love it. Like I said, I grew up watching the comic Batman series when the Riddler had like that suit that was covered in question marks and the little like bowler hat. Is that what it's called? Those were like what I loved. My brother and I watched those all the time. And so I was super excited about Morbius because like totally up my alley. So Aaron took me to go see it because he is a comic fan. I think you guys have seen his comic collection. It's ridiculous. And we were very disappointed. I really like, what's his name? Jared Leto. I really like him. I think he was a great character match. I think it was like his vibe totally matched the character, but the movie sucked. Like they did him so dirty, and I feel like they really just could have done more. The storyline, very generic, even though I know like you can only, like they're following a comic. The storyline was very generic, very predictable. It was very slow paced. We didn't really get to like the cool shit until more than halfway through the movie. But I get it, you gotta have your origin story. But the battles themselves, like, were, maybe this is just me, but they were so like chaotic. And I know he's crazy. He like moves really fast. And so the battles were so fast and chaotic and dark that you really couldn't see what was going on. So it was really just like a lot of like punching and shit going on. And then the cool shit, spoiler alert, happened at the end on the final little like battle when all the bats came out. That was like the coolest part of the whole movie. And like you knew he could control bats, but like not fully. And to me, that was the coolest part of the whole movie. The cave scene where he like walks up and does this little thing. Like, I guess foreshadowing, but I don't know, like kind of weird. But also when, I won't give too many spoilers, but in the end, like when the whole thing happens with the girl, very predictable. Like I knew that was gonna happen. I was bored. And I feel so bad saying that because I normally don't feel such way, like so passionately about movies, but I feel like they did him so dirty, and it's upsetting. It's very upsetting. And oh my gosh, Erin and I were talking about something else. The slow pace of it. I liked the other guy. I don't remember his name. I think he plays one of the doctors. But he was okay. I guess he fit the character, but like, I don't know. I feel like Jared Leto was great for the role, but they just didn't let him shine. And it was sucky. Real sucky. I'm trying to think what other movies we recently watched. We recently watched one that I like loved, but I don't remember what it was. I've been really enjoying this like just very soft, smoky cat eye with eyeliner. It's been doing me pretty well. But what else did we watch? We've been watching Yellowstone. Oh, we finally started season 2. Oh my god. If you guys watch Yellowstone, so the first season I was very conflicted because like you want to side, like it makes you feel like you need to side with someone. The whole situation's fucked up, but like you feel for the family, but you're also like, you're on stolen land, you know. But it's a very interesting TV show. If you guys haven't seen it, I really like it. I think you have to watch it on Prime. I don't know. But I thought for sure they were gonna kill off one of my favorite characters, but they didn't, thankfully. Sorry, I can't get this one right for some reason. They thankfully didn't kill them off. But I kind of know a spoiler on it because Aaron accidentally told me. I don't know that I like the way that it's going, but I love the show. But I don't know that I like the way that they're going to be taking it with the introduction of the new character in Jamie's life. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm trying to think what else I thought about Morbius. My popcorn was good. Okay, so that's that. Let's take these down. So I'm going to get my hair cut next weekend because it's a mess. It's a mess. So the ends of my hair are really, really dry. Like, I love the length that it's currently at. Like, it covers my boobs for reference. I love the length, but my last haircut was okay. She wasn't bad, but she like definitely made it very, very choppy. And I feel like I've got like a shelf here and then like the rest of my hair. And I want more like face framing. My bangs are growing out. So they've kind of turned into curtain bangs, which I love. I love this vibe on me, but they need to be blended. Like everything else needs to blend in. And yeah, so that's it. I don't know what I want to do first today. I guess I should put on some chapstick, huh? But I don't know what I want to do first. I think I'm going to make a Home Depot run while everyone's still at church and go from there. I'm not taking you guys to Home Depot because I don't want you to know where I live, but I'll be back. Oh, but first you must look at this precious. Oh, this is Ted. He's my oldest boy. I think he's 6. And he's like, oh my god, he's adorable. Look at that thumper. Look at that thumper. Oh. Oh. I guess I disturbed him. We'll leave him be. I'm back. Okay, sorry, I had to like turn my AC down because it's getting really cold in this house. Maybe I'm stupid. I have to like Google this particular thermostat, but for some reason the fan, like the intake fan, is always going and I don't know how to turn it off. And I have the fan to auto instead of on, and I don't know what's going on over there, but it just constantly blows air, which I guess is fine in the summer, but right now we're in that like weird in between where it gets too cold very easily. So yeah, so we went to Home Depot, we as in me, myself, and I got a couple of things. I got a little bit more than I was planning on, but that's always what happens at Home Depot. So I did get 2 bags of soil. So my potatoes that I'm growing in bags are growing very, very quickly. Bro. Sorry, I think my cats are getting into something. So my potatoes are growing really, really quickly. So I thought I had more time and I didn't need to have like soil on reserve all the time, but so I'm constantly having to add soil, roll the bag further up. So we're almost to the top of the bag on some of my potatoes, but on my sweet potatoes, they're taking a bit longer. I think those take longer. Sorry, that's my oven. I'm reheating my pizza. They take a little bit longer to grow, but now they need more soil. So I needed to get 2 bags of potting soil. And then, of course, what would a Home Depot trip be without getting unnecessary flowers? So I got this hanging plant, and it's got these really pretty, like, pink, they look kind of like salvia, not salvia. Is it salvia? Like hot lips, those ones. I don't know what this is. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I wonder if I can propagate this. It just like popped right off. It is I have no idea what this is. It just says part sun. And the reason I got it is because, sorry, I'm just looking to see if there's any other tag to it. Yeah, no, there's nothing else. So the reason I got it is because I need stuff for pollinators in my backyard. So I do have a couple of plants that have flowers, and I put seeds for flowers, but it's taking time for them to come up. I have forbid Aaron from mowing our backyard right now, so the wildflowers are growing for the bees, but I need more. I need more while we wait for everything to come up. So I got this. It's already got some blooms on it, and then it's got some spots where it's clearly going to start blooming very soon. And I just think it's very pretty, and it's going to go nicely hung up in my back wall there. It's like partial shade, partial sun, depending on the time of day. It's afternoon sun, but morning and evening shade. So I hope it'll be fine there. If not, I'll move it. I have multiple places. And also for flowers, I got some marigolds. So I got 6 little marigolds that I'm just gonna pop into my flower beds. I don't necessarily have a pest problem yet. I've never planted here before, so I'm a little nervous of what's gonna happen and what to expect going into all of this. So I'm just kind of jumping the gun, and again, I really want to give stuff to pollinators. And speaking of pollinators, again, my bees, I have 1 lavender in the backyard. Bees love lavender here. I don't know if that's like everywhere or what, but they love, 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 love my lavender. So I got another one. Excuse me. Do not chew on that. I don't know what it is. So I got another one. This one's gonna go in the front yard. I've been needing something to put in one of the pots out front. So this is gonna go in the front yard to add a little bit of dimension. So I have a lavender in the backyard, and then there's gonna be one in the front as well in one of my pots. And I have to replace one of my tomatoes. So I put tomatoes in the ground back in March, and I put tomatoes and peppers in the ground. Now my peppers kind of died back, but not super bad. I'll show them to you guys when we go outside. But my peppers can grow basically all the way up until our freeze here. So from spring until January or February, peppers can grow. Tomatoes can do the same thing. You just have to make sure that the freeze doesn't get them. And my tomatoes sadly got hit with the unseasonably late freeze that we had in like the end of mid-March. We had like a really late freeze. So my poor tomatoes, I thought they were gonna make it. I cut them back. I really cared for them, and they're just not going to. And at this point, I'm just gonna cut my losses and go and get a different plant. So one of them survived, and then the other 2 didn't. I'm only gonna replace one of them, and I'm gonna be replacing it with a Cherokee Purple. I've never grown Cherokee Purple before. I've always done cherry tomatoes. So I think I have a cherry tomato out there, and then I am also doing the Cherokee Purple. So we're gonna go with that. And I have never grown this before, but I'm really excited about it. I got Calladiums. I have a spot in the front yard that nothing will grow in. I say that, but like just nothing that like is normal will grow there. And these say they only need partial shade. So we're gonna try these out. They weren't very expensive, but they look like elephant ears, but they're Calladiums. And they're only $9.98 for a 7-pack. So we're gonna try these out front. And I hope they grow. So I'm gonna put them in the ground today. And yeah, that's everything. If you guys know what this guy is, this plant, I would love to know. I think it's so pretty. It looks like that purple basil where it's got like the purple to it, but then like the green as well. So I would love to know what it is. I'll see if I can propagate this, but I doubt it since I have no clue what I'm doing. So yeah, let's go garden. Actually, let's eat lunch and then garden. It's only 10 o'clock. I'm looking like I have my watch on. It's 10 o'clock, but I'm gonna eat lunch, so yeah. This entire time I have been filming, I didn't realize how to put on like the face tracker. I just had on like general focus, and I'm sure all that film is shitty, but we're gonna keep going. So we're in my backyard right now. I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you everything. I'm gonna try and not talk too loud because I don't want my neighbors to think I'm crazy, even though I am. But let's take a look. It's afternoon right now, so I got some afternoon shade, and I'm totally fine with that because it gets very, very hot here, and I have a lettuce bed, so it's going to need that like middle of the day shade. So let's turn around and show you. Okay, sorry, I had to change the focus. Let me actually show you guys like the whole backyard. So when you walk in, strangely enough, we don't have like a back door. You have to go out the side door and then through our gate. So you walk in and like this is what you're greeted with. And that's the plant that I just bought at Home Depot. But we do want to put like a gazebo right here. So we can put our grill back here, have a seating area. Aaron gets eaten up by mosquitoes like it's nobody's business. So we have to have something with mosquito netting on it for him. So I really want to get something. I think I found it, but it's like $600. So, and it's really big, and I need to use Aaron's discount at Lowe's. So I'm waiting for him to come home, and I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and do it. But I'm currently having all of our weeds grow. You can see, I'll get closer to them, but like, so we have some wildflowers for the bees right now. The front yard is mowed, but the backyard is not. We also have a crawfish problem, but that's a different situation. So starting off in this corner, these two right here, and this one and this one over here are all the same plant. I don't know what it's called, but it gets pretty tall. It's in the grass family and it has these purple flowers. I keep it in the pot because it can be invasive. If you let it out, it will like just send runners and take over an area. So that's what's going on. I also have some wildflowers in there because this is like such a durable plant. Letting something else compete with it is not going to be a problem. This pot, we were on our way to our friend's house and we had to go to Costco, and Aaron found these for like 20 bucks and he bought me 2 of them, and like, you know, get you somebody who supports your plant addiction. But this we just bought at this local nursery. It's really, really cool. I don't remember what they're called. I think rhododendrons? I don't remember. I'll put the name somewhere. But it's always in the summer, spring and summer, it's always got these beautiful flowers on it. And it's going to grow down. I'm going to let it just do what it naturally does. But I love it. I think it's so pretty. And then here we have a hibiscus plant. I brought it inside for the winter, but it did lose its leaves still. In the fall, it lost its leaves. And then I brought it inside for the winter, so it's just growing back and should be giving us some flowers pretty soon here. Some morning glories down here. And like I said, that other plant, the same plant that's over there. I'm being really cautious because there's some spider webs, but I can't see them now that the dew is gone. But you can see we've left these flowers growing. Oh shit, okay. And then I'm stepping on it, but it's really durable. Right here we have wild garlic. It looks like this, and in the morning and in the evening it gives you these really pretty like whitish, pinkish flowers. They're like whitey peachy colored. And I had a thing for here, but there's nothing on it obviously. And then this is my Carolina raspberries. They died back when we lived in Dallas in the cold, and now they have sent out runners, and she is thriving. I think this spring we're gonna have a pretty nice situation going on because this is all new growth. So it was slow going. The runners kind of took off and slowed down, and then now suddenly everything is just shooting up. Like this is new, this is new, this is new, new. So it's doing good. Got more morning glories. I'm gonna let these grow up and vine up and over that plant. Plumerias, I got these from my parents' house. So I just stuck them in the pot. You have to let them harden over, and I stuck them in the pot there. My Myers lemon plant. I have been plucking off any potential buds. I'm not gonna let it go to fruit this year, I don't think, because I really want it to shrub up, and then next year I will let it fruit. But I want it to focus on growing this year. Maybe at the end of the year, I don't know. Right now, we're just shrubbing up because it was really small when I first got it. And it's probably doubled in size now. And then here, got these from my parents' house. These were originally mine, and then I gave them to my mom. She planted them, and they took off. And because when I moved, I had to downsize my plants, and then I brought home a bunch of clippings this last time I was there. I have some, I don't remember. Mom, what is this? Acacias? She gave me a seed pods, and I put them in there. Some blue agaves. These things are doing well. Another plumeria plant right here. I don't know that my spider plant's doing okay, but we'll see. And then here, I don't know if this is going to be okay, but we're going to go with it. I have a yellow squash and a green squash, and I do have a net right here, so it's going to grow up and vine, but I think I'm going to let one of the squash go out across the floor, and then the other one vine up. So we'll see. I don't know what these little guys down here are called. This is a blueberry plant. It was tiny when I got it, and now it's doing its thing. I don't think it gets enough sun right here, but I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to move it or not. And then onto the beds. Sorry, someone's just started mowing, so I do need to thin out a lot of stuff, but we'll get there. So this is potatoes, and potatoes. So these guys like took off. As soon as I started adding more soil to the mix on the greens, they just started shooting up. So I think today I'm gonna roll them up and add more soil. Actually, for sure today, because it's Sunday and I gotta do it. These are my pole beans. I'm sorry, not pole beans. These are bush beans. And I think need to thin them out. I think I'm gonna like take that one out, that one, and that one, just to kind of stagger. I don't know. Like, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, but I do need to thin them out, I think. I don't know. Mom, what do I do? This also needs to get thinned out. This is a watermelon plant. I probably can only have one right here because it's gonna just be one big thing, and I don't want to overcrowd my lettuce that's growing. So I literally stuck this in the ground the other day. Focus. Okay. Yeah, I stuck this guy in the ground the other day, and it's already giving me new leaves, which is cool. But it's hard to see right now. But I have a bunch of lettuce growing in here, and it's finally starting to take off. These are my green onion scraps. I literally just take, like right here, I did one last night. I literally take my scrap of green onion and pop it in the ground, and it gives me more. I love green onion. I put it in my salads, so I will constantly be coming back to that. Mushrooms. Why are the mushrooms growing? I get a lot of water over here, so I'm constantly pulling these guys, and they're only overgrow right here. I don't know why. Like, more green onion. Why am I out of breath? What's going on? My dill was doing really well, and then it started kind of turning tannish. Is that okay? Is that normal? I don't know. And then I have lavender right there, and then basil back there. Died back in the frost, but it's coming back. It's a pretty durable plant. And then I have on the very back row, I have this native plant. I don't remember what it's called, but it shoots off these purple like pollen flowers, and apparently our local bees really love it. So that's what I put down. They're kind of slow growing. I think it takes 90 days before they bloom. So they're kind of starting to take off. They look a little bit, let me go over there. They look kind of like carrot tops. They have that kind of frilly, so I'm checking to make sure there's no like spiders or anything. They kind of have like a frilly look to them. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus, my dear. Focus, okay. Yeah, see? They kind of look frilly, like, there we go. Okay, so that was this bed. This bed, like I said, gets quite a bit of shade from this tree right here. So I'm keeping kind of my, like a lettuce bed. Stuff that's not going to do well in that super intense afternoon heat. And then right here is just kind of like the stuff that's stuck with me when we lived in the trailer, and now, so this is a rose bush. I'm surprised it's still alive, but it has survived. And this guy just popped up, this pretty pink rose right there. That's the first rose of the season. So how Bridgerton to say. The first rose of the season, right there. So pretty, right? But I think I'm gonna get some more coming out. You can see the darker purple is all new growth. So I'm pretty stoked about it. I do have to go in and weed, but I think those are just wildflowers growing in there. My rosemary, this rosemary is like OG. It survived. It came with me from California. It survived like that deep frost that we got last year, 2 years ago, in 2021, I think it was, that Texas got, where everything froze and we almost died. It survived that, and there used to be 2 in here. One of them died, the other one survived, and this is it, and it's doing great. And my oregano, literally, this was flush with this base like 3 days ago, and now it's like overflowing. You couldn't see, flush with this base, and now it's like overflowing. I need to come in and give it a snip. Focus. Yeah, look at, but I love oregano. I'm out in the kitchen, so I gotta come in and trim it and set up a drying station for it. It's more humid here, so I gotta learn the tips and tricks on drying. But as you can see, we've kind of just let this overgrow. We're letting things live in there. There's a bunch of flowers that come up throughout the day, like die back in the summer, in like the heat. I say summer heat, it's literally April. But they die back middle of the day, but morning flowers come up, so we just decided to let it do its thing. We will weed this edge so I can access my like herbs, but otherwise we're just gonna let it go, be natural. And this bed gets a lot more sun than the other one, so this one's a little bit different. And these are my sweet potatoes. They finally started growing. They took forever, but they finally took off. And then my garlic, I pulled one out just to kind of see how it was doing. I've had this since last August, and there's still no bulb. I don't know how long it takes for there to be a bulb, but it's still not coming out. But I feel like I started filming at the wrong time of day. But these are the tomato plants that I was talking about. So there's the gypsy peppers, like they're gypsy sweet peppers. I don't know why they're called gypsy peppers, but right there, it used to be like this size, but it died back in the freeze, but it's sprouting again. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing. This one, it's drooping because it's middle of the day, but that's a poblano pepper. These are cherry tomatoes. They're getting yellow spots. I think they're getting too much water, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. But they're starting to bloom, and I've been plucking off the blooms because again, I wanted to focus on growing. But I'm gonna have to do some research on those yellow spots. These two, they're still alive, but they're really, really struggling. So I'm gonna pull them out and plant my Cherokee purple in the corner, and then plant those flowers, marigolds, in between, like one in there in between each. And then let's see, over here is a watermelon. I don't know what that is. I think that's also a watermelon. This is all cilantro. I don't remember, like, I don't know why it didn't grow right here, but this should all be cilantro. And then we got another watermelon, and another watermelon right there. These I think are just kind of like volunteers coming up, so I have to come in and thin things out, but I'm waiting to see what everything is. And then in the middle here, I don't remember what I planted, but I think I did zinnias. I'm not sure, but look, I have a crawfish hole in my garden. I've just kind of let it go. Oh, these are sunflowers. Sunflower. I think there's a couple sunflowers mixed in this bed. And then I have so many crawfish holes. There's another one right here. There was a crawfish here yesterday. I'll insert a photo. They normally don't come out during the day, but this all right here gets really wet. It's a low spot in the yard, so there's just crawfish holes scattered everywhere. All of these piles of mud are crawfish holes that have just kind of toppled over. But like one right there, one right there. They look like dog poop in the yard, but we don't have a dog. But So yeah, that's it. Today has actually been such a beautiful day out right now. So I'm gonna go get my plants. I'm probably gonna put on a different top. This is more of like a nice blouse. I'm gonna go get my plants and start planting. I guess I'll show you guys how I do that too. But oh, I was gonna say, I'm gonna put this guy, I think, right here on this drain, on this rain gutter. I'll get over that window. Yeah. Because this is our bedroom in here, and this one, sorry, it's all backwards for me what I'm looking at. So this one has my my air plant in it, and the cat's hammock is right here, so I don't want to block sun. But this one is actually the problem window. We get direct morning sun now in this window. So right in this area right here, the upper half, the sun just comes straight in and hits our bed, like right where our pillows are after a certain time of day. During the week, it's not a problem, but on the weekends when we want to sleep in, it's just straight in your face. And so I'm gonna put the plant there and hang it up. So yeah, let me go get my stuff. Okay, so I'm like fighting the sun right now, so I look crazy. But the first thing we're gonna do is work on this bed. And like I said, I'm gonna be pulling out these 2 tomatoes over here and just planting the 1 Cherokee purple and then adding some marigolds in. I need to find my shovel, my little hand shovel, so I guess I'll be right back. So I just cannot find my shovel, so I guess we're gonna be using my birdseed cup to do some digging, but let's get started. Okay, so let me go on this side. That's all I'm gonna do for this bed. The sun is like right in my eyes. So you guys saw me plant twice over here. One of them did not come out, like the first one didn't come out of the container very easily. So half of the root ball ripped out. So I decided to plant another one next to it and just let it be like a survival of the fit situation. If they both survive, perfectly fine. But I've planted marigolds together and they've been fine. So I have 1, 2, 3 there, 4 actually technically, but 3 spots. And we're just gonna let them go. The ground is very wet still, and these are wet, and the tomato was wet when I put it in. So we're supposed to get rain tonight, I think. I'll have to check the forecast. If we do get rain, I won't water it. I will just let the rain do its thing. And go from there, but I'm gonna put the rest of these in this other bed over here, so I'm gonna reposition them. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do this one, so I'm kind of just winging it. The other one I had a plan. This one, they came in a 6-pack, so I'm going with it, so we'll see. I think I'm gonna do one right here, and then shit, I don't know, because this watermelon, I don't want it to overtake the plant. Okay, we'll do the one right now, and I'll figure it out. Let me thin out these watermelons. I think it's squash or watermelon. I don't know. We'll see when it comes out. Thinning always breaks my heart. Like, it's probably the hardest part about gardening for me, because I'm like, oh, all of these seeds took. That means I'm gonna have all of these plants. No, they overcrowd. You have to thin. But it's just like, ugh, it's heartbreaking. I hate it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave 2 of these squash of unknown sorts in here, one right here and one right here, and just kind of see. Oh, there's a freaking blue jay back here. I wish I could show it to you guys without scaring it. And just kind of see which one takes off, which one gets bigger first, and just go from there, like kind of winging it. But I had to pull 1, 2, 3, 4 perfectly good plants out, and I don't have anywhere to transplant them to, so they're just losses, but it's fine. It's totally fine. It's just heartbreaking. But shoot, I don't know where to put this last one. I think I'm gonna put it right here. I don't have anything growing right here that's big. They're all really tall and lanky type situations. So I think I'm gonna do right here. I don't know. Trial and error, guys. So many worms in these beds. It's really nice. The soil is quite soft and easy to work with. If they choose to take over, they take over. Okay, so what do I have to do? This. Let's fill my potatoes. And I always keep these, as you guys saw, I had a bunch of nursery pots that I was putting transplants in and doing that. So keep these. It doesn't hurt if you have room. So these are a mixture of golden and red. And then I think I have a purple potato in here too, in each of these. And that is solely sweet potato over there. And I could not find organic while I was there, so we're going with miracle grow today. what I do is I basically just almost completely cover the top of the plant. That one has one stalk that's growing much faster than the rest. So I went off of the vast majority of them. So just like the top inch of green is poking out of the soil. And then probably by Wednesday, this is how fast they're growing, I'm gonna have to be adding more soil to it again, and probably by the end of the week have to flip it up again. So they're growing like crazy right now. Let's do the other one. I just had the camera running for like 3 minutes before I realized I was filming. I've been texting my mom and my husband, Aaron. You guys know Aaron. My brain is not working. I just came back inside. And I think I'm actually going to end the video here. I was going to do kind of like a clean with me, but I think I'm going to do like an ultimate clean with me. Like all of the rooms that I go through. My father-in-law comes into town tomorrow night, and now I don't need my house to be spotless for him. I do want to just make sure it's clean before he gets here. I feel rude like cleaning when people are here, like more than just regular cleaning. So I'm gonna jump on that this evening when it cools down a little bit. I think I'm just gonna edit this video, maybe get it up today, we'll see. I have a couple of other videos I need to edit. Aaron and I filmed some, and those were really fun. But oh, let me finish talking about my garden. If you guys want like garden content, I would totally love to do that. I'll probably do it anyways because I really love gardening. It's kind of become my therapy, if you will, because therapists, I've been trying to get into a therapist for like about a month now, and I have been waitlisted actually waitlisted everywhere that I've called. Everyone that like met my criteria and was within 30 minutes. I found some that were available within like an hour, but I'm going for like longevity. Like I want to be able to keep going, and if I'm having to drive in like an hour every week, I'm not gonna keep going. So I want somebody local, and all of the local within 30 minutes are waitlisting me. So that's fun. So right now we're just putting our efforts in other things, and that includes gardening. So but I just actually ended up watering in the plants that I just put in the ground, and I did the front yard as well. So I put the lavender in one of my pots. I'm not going to show it to you guys just because I hope you understand I don't feel comfortable showing you the front of my house. I do live in a neighborhood, so I don't know, I don't feel comfortable with it. But I did put the little elephant ear, they're not elephant ears, what are they? I don't know, whatever they are, I put them in the ground. And I put the lavender in one of the pots as well, and I'm excited about it. And I watered out front because everything's in pots or newly planted bulbs. So I watered all of that in, and then in the backyard I only watered in the stuff I put in the ground and then my pots. So I didn't water my blueberries and I didn't water my raspberries. The reason being, my raspberries, from what I was reading, that particular type of raspberry doesn't like to be soaking wet, so I do try and let it dry out between things. And we had some severe rainstorms recently, so that pot is still damp. So I'm just gonna let it dry out completely before I go in, and by then it's gonna rain again. So I'm probably not gonna water that plant for a long time by hand until probably summer when we're into dry season. But I did end up watering everything else. I also watered my lemon plant. My lemon plant doesn't get watered every day either. That's probably every 3 or 4 days, because we do get pretty wet mornings, and I don't want to overwater it. And that flower plant, I think it's a rhododendron. I don't remember what it exactly is called, but that flowery one in the corner, I did water that one as well, because it is such a new plant to us. We just bought it on Tuesday. Yeah, it's Sunday and we bought it on Tuesday. So Tuesday to Sunday is the newness to us. We've had one rain since then. I soaked it in the day we bought it, and I just wanted to make sure because it's a pretty warm weekend, and we won't have rain again until, according to the forecast, Wednesday. So I wanted to make sure that was watered in, and of course my little baby like morning glories and seeds that are still germinating, I watered. But everything else, I just kind of let go. We don't water our lawn. I don't water my garden beds, like my veggie beds every day, because I am in a wet climate. If you stick your hand in an inch under the soil, it's still moist. In the summer, I'm probably gonna have to put some sort of mulch or straw down. In our particular area, our straw, I'm just going on a garden tangent. Our straw had a disease in it, so I don't know if it's safe yet. I'm gonna have to check some local like forums and see. And I'm looking this way because I'm looking out at the garden. But a lot of the straw was contaminated, so people the past couple of years have had issues in their garden, so I have to make sure that's okay. If not, then we'll be doing mulch. I don't love the idea of mulch because I'm a renter, and I need these beds to be able to spread out when I'm done. I don't know if we're going to renew our lease at the end of the year. Probably. We're probably going to live here for a couple of years, but those beds need to be able to be picked up, like take the wood out and spread the dirt around. And I did a no-till method on it. So I laid cardboard down, and then I did kind of a no-till lasagna bed type hybrid. It worked for me. It helped reduce the cost of soil and manure. I love a mixture of potting mix and manure. That's kind of like my go-to mixture for my garden beds, and I find it to be successful. So I put the cardboard down, and then I just started gathering like lawn clippings, and I cut down a bunch of vines in the backyard, any like brown matter I could find, or even our compost from the house. I was just taking out there and dumping it in the back, and then it was winter, so it was raining a lot, and so all of that was really just like soaking in. The cardboard was getting really wet, and then come spring, I put the manure and soil mixture on top, and the soil is great. It is full of like life. I've got a bunch of worms living in there. We have slugs primarily in our front yard. They're an issue. In the backyard, not so much. You'll see me find a slug on my potato bag, and I just like chucked it. Slugs freak me out. I don't know what it is about slugs, but they just are not the vibe. And I'm also looking, I don't know why I didn't notice this while I was out there. When we moved in, there's this like vining plant that goes on the fence between us and the house behind us. And I cut that thing down to below ground level. I cut it all the way down, and I thought it was gonna die. And it's growing. I see it right now. I didn't look at it before. But it's definitely growing. It's next to my plumeria. I literally cut that shit back so far, so I'm a little nervous that those vines are gonna come back, which isn't a big deal. I mean, it's a habitat for wildlife, but I just have to be aware of it around my other plants. I'll probably have to move my plumeria, but yeah, so that's everything. I think I'm gonna edit this right now while I watch Bridgerton or something. You hear Salem going nuts back there, and then I will film a clean with me, and then I'll probably film, I don't know if I'm gonna do a clean with me or a sit down video. That's a cute face, huh? I think you guys deserve a sit down video. I've been recently doing a lot of reading on the uncanny valley phenomenon, and that is freaky. But okay, this video is probably way too long now, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm not Zoella. I don't think anyone's gonna watch an hour-long vlog. But if you guys like this kind of stuff, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see like garden content or like my inside house plant tour, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. Just picking up the camera and doing shit. So I hope you guys are happy and healthy wherever you are, and I hope you guys have an amazing day and stay spooky. Bye.